Welterweight. A division that was pretty much dominated in our era by Oscar De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad. Well, let's journey through what the welterweight division boiled down to. Once Pernell Whitaker was beaten by Oscar De La Hoya, asterisk by that, and by Felix Trinidad, the stage was set to have a true champion at 147 pounds, which Trinidad won. The rematch never took place, and Trinidad never had another fight at 147 pounds. So Oscar De La Hoya was given this golden opportunity to get it all back. So they invite Shane Mosley to come up to vie for the championship at 147. He jumped up 2 weight classes from 135 to 147. Shane Mosley never had a fight at 140. So he jumps 2 weight classes up, and he avoids fighting Floyd Mayweather to see who was the best lightweight at that time at 135. So Floyd was going to challenge him, and then that didn't happen. So once that just fell apart, the divisions were separated, and Shane won the fight. He became the new face of the welterweight division. Now, once that taken place, he beats Oscar De La Hoya. Now he has pretty much no one to fight at the division. So along comes Vernon Forrest, somebody he fought in the Olympics and beat him. So this is a name they feel like, okay, we can sell this fight on HBO. I picked Vernon Forrest to win the fight. Why? And a lot of people who know me know they'll always give me credit for the picking that fight because Vernon Forrest is a boxer and Shane Mosley can't beat boxers. So the fight goes just the way I planned. I didn't expect Mosley to get knocked down, but yeah, he gets hurt, he goes down, and the fight goes how I planned. The rematch, pretty much the boringest fight I've probably ever seen in my life. But Vernon Forrest wins again. So Vernon Forrest is HBO's new boy. They back up the money truck for him, giving him a multi-million-dollar contract. What they didn't know is Vernon Forrest was injured in all of those fights. He had shoulder injuries galore. He kept fighting. He never got a break because the money kept coming in. And now that he's big, he can't take a break off. So enter Ricardo Mayorga. Mayorga is this tough guy who beat Andre Six-Head Lewis, who's the guy that they were going to have go up against Vernon Forrest for the division, and they're going to build his name up. But now Mayorga, this wild swinging guy from Nicaragua who likes to drink and smoke cigarettes, is great for promotion. We can make a mega fight out of this and make Vernon Forrest a star. Only one problem. He knocks out Vernon Forrest. So they have a contract with Vernon. So they immediately go for a rematch. And even though it looked like Vernon Forrest won the rematch, they're going to go with Mayorga. Because Mayorga is the guy that can sell the tickets. Now he's the big name at welterweight. Along comes Corey Spinks, a boxer who's the son of Leon Spinks. Here they feel like they can get their Sugar Ray Leonard story. They got the Spinks guy coming back. They got a storyline, and here he is against the big bad Mayorga, the bull. He's the matador. Spinks outboxes him and wins the championship. So now Spinks is the guy that they're going to pretty much bankroll and get behind. Because Mayorga was getting a little bit too out of character to promote. In comes Zab Judah, who comes up to welterweight. And he challenges Corey Spinks. In a thrilling fight in the first fight, Corey Spinks barely wins a split decision. Zab Judah fights for a vacant title at 147 that was pretty much up for grabs. Wins that belt so he can fight Corey Spinks so they can unify all the belts because Spinks have 2 titles. Zab Judah knocks out Spinks, and now Zab Judah is the man at 147 pounds at welterweight. Now, enter Carlos Tata Baldomir. Floyd Mayweather is offered a fight to come up to welterweight, which he was, to challenge Zab Judah, because this is the fight everybody really wanted to see. Who's going to win, because these guys really grew up together. They're the same age, same size, everything. So, they get the contract, the fight is set. Zab has a warm-up fight in his hometown of New York that was supposed to be a promotional fight just to showcase his skills. The money was already negotiated with Floyd Mayweather. Supposed to be to him to show off his skills so people will buy more pay-per-views for the fight coming up against Floyd. Only one problem. Zab didn't take the fight serious. Baltimore did. And the end result is what you saw. Now, what you did know is that Judah really won the fight anyway. They always show you the one punch where he wobbled him and the other round when he went down. But they don't show you if Zab Judah changed his style and boxed Carlos Baldomir in the championship rounds and won him. But they still gave the fight to Baldomir. So that hurt Zab Judah's career and his chances at really a mega fight, because it lost him $2 million against Floyd Mayweather. Money was renegotiated, and Zab got like $1 million, so he ended up fighting that fight for free. So Floyd Mayweather now beats Zab Judah, but now he's not really the unified champion anymore. Carlos Baldomir is. So where does the titles go? Because now Floyd Mayweather has this IBF title that means nothing, because Zab Judah just kept it because Baldomir couldn't afford to pay all the sanctioning fees. So the belts are now back split up. And Baldomir is now only the WBC champion because he couldn't afford all the sanctioning fees. Because that's the one he decided he would stick with. So he beats Arturo Gatti. Floyd Mayweather's still waiting to see who he's going to fight next in February, because he's trying to fight Shane Mosley, because they're working on the Oscar De La Hoya fight. So after this, Shane Mosley knows that they're working on this fight, and he says, well, you know what? I know that we're working on this fight. Let me try to do this here. I'm not going to fight you in November because I already know you're fighting in May against De La Hoya, and I'm not going to have a shot of winning if it goes to the cards. That's what Jen Mosley's thinking. Shane was looking like, man, this is the biggest amount of money I'm going to make. She was thinking after the De La Hoya fight, after he beats Oscar, because she knew Floyd was going to beat Oscar, it's not a doubt. We'll get the money in the fight after. So let's do it that way. Didn't happen. Long story short, he fights Carlos Baldomir because everybody was praising him as the main champion of the world. Antonio Margarito was not a threat. The guy was fighting cab drivers named Golden Johnson. He fought for the vacant IBF title that Floyd vacated after he beat Zab Judah. So he never fought anybody to win the championship. Paul Williams was on an undercard on the Baldomir fight. He wasn't even a main character in the game at all. So these guys were not a factor when Floyd Mayweather came into the ranks. Now, he beats Baldomir for the ring championship and the welterweight championship WBC. So Floyd Mayweather is the champion at 147. After that, he moves up in weight to go to 154 to fight you-know-who. Wins the title, vacates that title, defends his welterweight championship against Ricky Hatton, who they wanted him to fight at 140 before he came up to welterweight. So that fight didn't take place because Ricky Hatton's father didn't think Ricky Hatton was ready, because Ricky Hatton went up to 147 and got his butt kicked by a guy named Louis Collazo. So it scared him, and he went back down to 140, where he still wasn't good enough to beat Floyd Mayweather, period. So the true champion at welterweight was Floyd Mayweather, and he retired after he beat Ricky Hatton. So all the belts were scattered around. Berto won Floyd's belt. The WBA championship ended up going to Cotto. All of these things happened, but no one beat the real champion, the real welterweight champion, in which we all know now the welterweight champion has returned, and it's Floyd Mayweather. So this fight with Shane Mosley is what everybody thinks it's going to be, plus it's the battle for the real welterweight championship. Peace.